Back in July 2018, President Trump nominated Brett Kavanaugh to the U.S. Supreme Court. But even before the Senate confirmation hearings got underway, a storm hit. Christine Blasey Ford came forward, accusing Kavanaugh of sexual assault back in the early 80s when they were both teenagers.
The details about that night that bring me here today are the ones I will never forget.
And amid all the chaos, Ashley Estes Kavanaugh stood right beside her husband, facing the storm with him. People close to the couple say Ashley approached the whole thing with survival in mind. In that first turbulent week after the accusations went public, she was right alongside Brett as he wrestled with his frustration. Sources say he struggled to respond while multiple allegations surfaced, and she felt that frustration too.
This has destroyed my family and my good name.
Eventually, Kavanaugh decided to do a television interview before his Senate hearing. Yes, that was his idea, but Ashley jumped in willingly. She wanted to help clear the family name and didn't shy away from the uncomfortable spotlight. And let's be real, she's no stranger to politics. Ashley first met Brett in 2001 while working in the Bush White House as the president's personal secretary, and she's kept strong ties to the Bush family ever since. Those connections even played a part when George W. Bush publicly supported Brett during the hearings. Today, Ashley serves as the town manager for Chevy Chase, Section 5, and folks there describe her as the mayor of the community. So yes, she knows leadership, she knows public life, and she showed it during that Fox News interview. Sitting beside her husband, she spoke directly to the audience.
This process is incredibly difficult, harder than we imagined, and we imagined it might be hard. But at the end of the day, our faith is strong, and we know that we're on the right path, and we're just gonna stick to it.
Ashley made it clear she never doubted Brett when the allegations first came out.
He's decent, he's kind, he's good, I know his heart. This is not consistent with Brett.
And when she addressed Ford's accusation, you could see Ashley was holding back more emotion than she let on.
I don't understand it. I know Brett. I don't know what happened to her. I feel badly for her family. I feel badly for her through this process. This process is not right.
But Ashley's role wasn't just for show. She became part of a small, trusted circle of former Bush aides who helped guide Brett through the confirmation. A brain trust including heavy hitters like Dan Bartlett and Ed Gillespie. Still, Ashley's position put her in a unique, historic category. She was joining a line of political wives who've publicly supported their husbands in moments of scandal. Think Ginny Thomas behind Clarence Thomas during the Anita Hill hearings, or Hillary Clinton in 1992 defending Bill on 60 Minutes. Kavanaugh allies argued the situation was different. These allegations didn't happen during his adult life or involve marital infidelity. So while other women in history could be seen as wronged, that label doesn't apply here. Still, Ashley became a key part of the strategy. "You can't not have your wife by you," said one insider. Brett has described Ashley as a source of strength for everyone around her. Through tough days and better days alike, she's been a great wife and inspiring mom. Now, whether her support swayed public opinion is another question. Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen noted that women have historically supported men they believed in, even when wrongdoing was alleged. But she also added that times are changing. Public faith in a spouse's word isn't the automatic deciding factor it once might have been.
65 women who knew me more than 35 years ago signed a letter to support me after the allegation was made because they know me and they were with me.
But back to the storm that defined his confirmation. After Ford, more women came forward with accusations. Deborah Ramirez alleged that Kavanaugh exposed himself to her at a Yale party in 1983-84. Julie Swetnick claimed that he and a friend tried to get girls drunk at parties so they could be assaulted. And then there was Judy Monroe Layton, who sent an anonymous letter accusing Kavanaugh of sexual assault, though it later turned out to be fabricated. The accusations weren't pursued legally, so Kavanaugh wasn't charged.
Brett Kavanaugh is an absolute outstanding person.
But the doubts lingered. And through it all, one thing is clear to anyone watching. Ashley Kavanaugh was unwaveringly by his side. the pillar of support for better or worse. Brett also had a high-profile ally in President Donald Trump, who nominated him to the Supreme Court. Trump backed Kavanaugh through the storm, perhaps because he, too, knows what it's like to face personal controversy. And here's a juicy bit. He actually cheated on his first wife with the woman who would later become his second wife. And guess what? The boomerang effect hit hard. She allegedly cheated on him right back. Now, let's take a closer look back at this scandalous chapter in Trump's life. Donald met Ivana, née Ivana Zelnichkova, in 1976.
Lady Trump, I was first wife. Come here. I don't know what is Melania problem. She just has to get over it.
She ended up in New York City for a modeling gig, and during a dinner with other models, Donald swooped in. He secured the group the best table in the place and joined them. Smooth move, right?
And I turned to my girlfriend and said, I have a good news and bad news. What is the good news? You're going to get a table real fast. What is the bad news? This fellow behind me is going to go and sit with us.
By Christmas, Donald asked her to go on vacation. They went to Aspen and had the most romantic time together. On New Year's Eve, Donald told her, "If you don't marry me, you'll ruin your life." Now that's the Trump we know. And despite having known each other for only a few months, Ivana agreed to marry him.
Donald always had a great head on his shoulder, and I saw the potential.
They tied the knot on April 9th, 1977 in New York City. And during their honeymoon in Mexico, Ivana became pregnant with their first child. On December 31, 1977, their son Donald Jr. was born. The couple went on to welcome 2 more children, Ivanka in 1981 and Eric in 1984. A picture-perfect marriage, right? But wait.
He did not know how to speak to them in the children way of thinking. So he was able to speak to them only when they came from university, when eventually was able to speak business with them.
Yeah.
You know, but otherwise he really did not know how to handle the kids.
Donald and Ivana weren't just partners in marriage, but also in business.
And I was chief executive officer. Casino really did very well. It was the most profitable hotel casino in the United States.
However, their seemingly perfect marriage hit the rocks in 1989 when Ivana discovered Donald's affair with model Marla Maples.
Did you see warning signs?
I really didn't.
It all happened during the family's annual holiday trip to Aspen. Ivana ran into Maples outside a restaurant, with patrons and the rest of the family watching.
We were actually standing near the restaurant, getting ready to put skis on. And I was standing there like an idiot. And Marla and Ivana were here. And there wasn't shouting, but you could obviously see there was some friction.
Turns out this affair had been going on for years.
Do you think unless the two had actually come face to face, you would have confronted that situation?
Well, it's interesting because it's possible that, maybe it would still be going on. I'm not sure.
The affair made headlines, and in March 1990, Ivana officially filed for divorce, resigning from the Trump Organization a few months later.
In my case, it was just so clear, and the trust was broken so badly that I knew that it was just no way it could be patched.
Maples and Donald continued to date on and off, and in 1993, she became pregnant with their first child. Their daughter Tiffany was born on October 13, which Maples later called the greatest unplanned surprise of all. Despite Donald previously saying he had no plans to get married again, the couple decided to tie the knot shortly after Tiffany's birth, on December 20th, 1993.
We really anticipated getting married and having a baby, not having a baby and getting married.
So why didn't you marry her right away when you found out she was pregnant? Why did you wait?
Indecision.
The pair remained married for 3 years before separating in May 1997. Maples later explained the split, saying that they differed on how they viewed the world and how they wanted to raise their child.
So I think you always hope in a marriage that you can bring out the best in each other. But after many years, we realized we weren't.
However, rumors swirl that the real cause was Maples cheating on Trump with his bodyguard, who was caught with her on a deserted beach. Probably not just having a late-night stroll. But Maples have always denied the affair, of course. But it's not all bad blood. Despite their rocky past, Donald and Marla managed to mend fences. They even managed to share an Easter celebration in April 2023. Who knew divorce could come with a side of friendly get-togethers?
He's the father of my child. I do not want to ever speak negative about it. But do we agree on everything? Absolutely not. We would be married if we still agreed on everything.
But Ivana, who passed away in 2022, clearly wasn't ready to forgive and forget.
I don't want to talk about her. She's a show girl, never achieved anything in her life.
Ivana's words reflected the deep hurt and betrayal she felt, a pain that her friends believe she never fully overcame. Well, who could blame Ivana?
He's free at the moment, isn't he? He's single.
Yes, he is.
Would you not like to get back together with him?
Nope.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you would like to get back?
Nope.